Chapter 1: A Love Blossoms. In the heart of a quaint village, nestled between rolling hills and golden fields, lived Clara and Miguel. Their love story was the lifeblood of the community, a tale woven with threads of laughter, kindness, and unwavering support. Clara, with her gentle smile and nurturing spirit, complemented Miguel's steadfast determination and warmth. Together, they formed a bond that seemed unbreakable, inspiring those around them with their unwavering devotion. As spring arrived, a magical transformation enveloped the village. Blossoms erupted from trees, and the air was filled with the sweet scent of flowers in full bloom. Clara and Miguel found themselves caught up in the beauty of the season, which mirrored the blossoming of their own lives. Their hearts brimmed with excitement and anticipation as they eagerly prepared for a new chapter, parenthood. The news of Clara's pregnancy swept through the village like a gentle breeze, carrying with it joy and celebration. Neighbors, friends, and family showered them with congratulations, creating an atmosphere of love and support. Clara and Miguel's home became a hub of activity, bustling with visitors eager to offer their help and share in their happiness. The couple spent evenings painting the nursery, choosing soft hues of yellow and green that mirrored the blooming flowers outside. They adorned the walls with cheerful images of animals and stars, envisioning the laughter that would soon fill the room. As the days turned into weeks, Clara's pregnancy brought a lightness to their home. The walls echoed with laughter as they joked about parenting and shared their hopes and dreams for their child. Miguel often found himself daydreaming about the adventures their little one would embark upon. He imagined teaching their child to ride a bike, to fish in the nearby river, and to appreciate the beauty of the world around them. One evening, under a sky painted with stars, Clara and Miguel sat on their porch, the warm breeze wrapping around them like a comforting embrace. Miguel held Clara close, his hand resting gently on her belly, feeling the life growing inside her. "Our little one will know the love we share," he whispered, his voice filled with hope and warmth. Clara nodded, tears of joy glistening in her eyes as she imagined the future, a future filled with family gatherings, laughter, and love. But as the days turned to weeks, doubts crept into Clara's heart. The anticipation of motherhood brought with it moments of fear and uncertainty. Would she be a good mother? Could she provide everything her child would need? The weight of these questions hung heavily on her, and she often found herself lost in thought, gazing out the window at the vibrant world outside while feeling an ache deep within her. One evening, after a particularly trying day, Clara sat alone in the dim light of their living room, the soft glow of a lamp casting shadows on the walls. The silence felt suffocating, and the weight of her worries pressed down on her chest. She wrapped her arms around herself, wishing for comfort. Miguel, sensing her distress, entered the room and immediately felt the heaviness in the air. Without saying a word, he knelt beside her and gently took her hands in his. "What's on your mind, my love?" he asked softly, his eyes filled with concern. Clara felt the warmth of his touch and the sincerity in his voice, and the floodgates opened. "I'm scared, Miguel. What if I'm not enough? What if I can't do this?" she confessed, her voice trembling with emotion. Miguel pulled her close, wrapping his arms around her tightly. "You are enough, Clara. You are strong, and together we will face anything. We've built this love together, and that love will guide us through every challenge," he reassured her, his words a soothing balm for her anxious soul. In that moment, Clara felt the weight of her fears begin to lift. She realized that she wasn't alone in this journey. Miguel was by her side, and together they could weather any storm that life threw their way. With each passing day, as Clara's belly grew, so did her confidence. She surrounded herself with supportive friends, each sharing their own experiences of motherhood, weaving a tapestry of wisdom and encouragement. They would meet for tea, sharing laughter and stories, and Clara found solace in their camaraderie. Slowly, she began to embrace the idea of motherhood with open arms, allowing love to fill the space where doubt once resided. Then came the day they had been waiting for, the day their daughter, Sofia, was born. Clara went into labor on a bright summer morning, the sun casting a golden hue over the village. Miguel held her hand tightly, his heart racing with a mix of excitement and nerves. As Clara breathed through the contractions, she could feel the strength of their bond guiding her. In the cozy village hospital, surrounded by compassionate nurses and the gentle hum of hope, Clara and Miguel welcomed their little girl into the world. When Sofia was placed in Clara's arms, the world around them faded away. Clara's heart swelled with love, and Miguel's eyes sparkled with tears of joy. They marveled at the tiny fingers that grasped at the air, the soft coos that filled the room, and the overwhelming sense of love that enveloped them. In that moment, Clara and Miguel knew they had created something beautiful, a life that would carry their love into the future. They gazed at each other, and in that shared glance, they understood that this was only the beginning of their journey as a family. Every smile, every giggle, and every challenge would be a thread woven into the rich tapestry of their lives. As they sat in the quiet of the hospital room, Sofia nestled against Clara's chest. Miguel leaned in and whispered, "We did it, my love. Our family is here." Clara smiled through her tears, realizing that their journey had led them to this perfect moment, filled with hope and promise. With their hearts full and their dreams intertwined, Clara and Miguel began a new chapter, eager to embrace the adventures of parenthood, knowing that love would always guide them through. Chapter 2: Trials and Triumphs. As the seasons changed, so did Clara and Miguel's family. With each passing year, they welcomed 2 more children, Lucas, a lively boy with an infectious laugh, and Emma, a spirited little girl with a heart full of dreams. Their home transformed into a lively sanctuary filled with the sounds of laughter, play, and the occasional bickering that came with sibling rivalry. The walls echoed with joy as the children engaged in games, their voices rising and falling like the melody of a familiar song. Clara embraced motherhood wholeheartedly, nurturing her children with patience and love. Each morning began with her gentle voice calling them to wake up, often accompanied by the delightful aroma of breakfast wafting through the air. She would prepare their favorite dishes, fluffy pancakes topped with fresh berries and drizzled with honey, or warm oatmeal sprinkled with cinnamon. As they gathered around the table, the family shared stories and laughter, their bond growing stronger with each passing day. Miguel, on the other hand, took on the role of the family's guiding light. He taught his children the value of hard work and compassion through his actions. Every Saturday, he would take Lucas fishing at the nearby river, imparting lessons on patience and respect for nature. He showed Sofia how to care for the garden, encouraging her to plant her favorite flowers and vegetables. He and Emma would spend hours building forts out of blankets and chairs, their imaginations running wild as they created epic adventures in their living room. However, life was not without its challenges. One fateful winter, a bitter chill swept through the village, and the comforting warmth of their home began to feel cold. Miguel lost his job at the local mill due to a sudden closure, a decision that sent ripples of anxiety through their family. The stability they had known slipped away like sand through their fingers, leaving them grappling with uncertainty. As the snow fell softly outside, Clara could see the shadows of worry creep into Miguel's eyes, dulling the spark that once burned brightly within him. Days turned into weeks, and the weight of financial strain pressed heavily on their hearts. Clara watched as Miguel's spirit dimmed, burdened by the struggle to provide for his family. The laughter that once filled their home faded into hushed whispers of worry, and the vibrant energy that characterized their lives was replaced with an underlying tension. Clara felt a deep ache in her heart as she saw her husband grappling with feelings of inadequacy, the sense that he had somehow failed his family weighing heavily on his shoulders. But even in their darkest moments, Clara and Miguel stood united. They turned to each other for strength, drawing upon the love that had always anchored them. One evening, as they sat together in the flickering candlelight, Clara took Miguel's hands in hers, searching his eyes for reassurance. "We are not defined by our circumstances, but by how we face them," she told him, her voice steady, filled with determination. Miguel looked at her, and for the first time in weeks, a glimmer of hope sparkled in his eyes. They embraced tightly, reaffirming their love and commitment to one another, vowing to navigate this storm together. With this newfound determination, Clara decided to take action. She gathered her strength and organized a community gathering one snowy evening, inviting families to share a meal and celebrate together. "We may be facing challenges, but we are not alone," she told her neighbors as she hung up colorful lanterns around their home, lighting the way for those who would come. The villagers arrived, each one bringing dishes filled with love and laughter. As the aroma of homemade soups and freshly baked bread filled the air, Clara and Miguel welcomed everyone into their warm home, their hearts swelling with gratitude for their community. The living room became a tapestry of friendship and support, as laughter echoed off the walls, weaving connections between those who had come together in solidarity. As they gathered around the flickering fire, Miguel stood up to share stories of resilience. With each tale he wove, he reignited a sense of hope in the room, reminding everyone of their strength. He spoke of their journey, the love that had carried them through trials, the laughter that had brightened their darkest days. The warmth of the fire mirrored the warmth in their hearts, sparking laughter and camaraderie as the villagers shared their own stories of perseverance. In the glow of the firelight, Clara looked around at their community, realizing that love was not just confined to their family but extended to all those who stood by them in times of need. She saw her neighbors, their faces illuminated with joy, sharing in the moments of vulnerability and strength. The evening became a beautiful reminder that, even amid struggles, they were never truly alone. As the night wore on, the sound of music filled the room, and one by one, families joined in, singing traditional songs that resonated with their hearts. Clara watched as her children danced joyfully, their laughter intertwining with the melodies, the innocence of their joy bringing light to the heaviness that had once settled in their hearts. In that moment, Clara felt a surge of hope, a reminder that even in the midst of uncertainty, love and community could light the way forward. After the gathering, Miguel and Clara sat outside under a blanket of stars, the crisp winter air invigorating their spirits. Miguel took Clara's hand and squeezed it tightly. "You've always known how to bring people together, haven't you?" he said, his voice filled with admiration. Clara smiled, feeling the warmth of his appreciation wash over her. "We're stronger together," Miguel. "And we have each other," she replied softly. With renewed determination, Miguel began seeking new opportunities. He reached out to neighbors, asking if anyone knew of available work. His perseverance bore fruit when a friend from the village offered him a position at a nearby farm, helping to restore the land after a difficult season. The work was hard, but Miguel tackled it with vigor, grateful for the chance to support his family once again. As the months passed, Clara's nurturing spirit shone brightly, keeping their household thriving. She developed creative ways to stretch their resources, turning simple ingredients into hearty meals and creating games from everyday objects. The children learned the importance of gratitude, helping their mother in the kitchen and sharing responsibilities around the house. Each day, they gathered around the table, sharing stories of their adventures, filling their home with laughter once more. Through these trials, Clara and Miguel's love deepened, blossoming like the first flowers of spring after a long winter. They learned to lean on each other, finding strength in vulnerability and hope in despair. Each evening, they would sit together, reflecting on their day, their hands intertwined, and their hearts open. And when spring arrived, it brought with it a sense of renewal. The village celebrated together, the colors of blooming flowers mirroring the joy that had returned to Clara and Miguel's lives. As they stood hand in hand, watching their children play in the garden, they felt a profound gratitude for the journey they had undertaken together. They understood that life would always have its challenges, but they also knew that with love, support, and community, they could face anything that came their way. In the embrace of their family and the love of their neighbors, Clara and Miguel found a tapestry of resilience, woven with threads of hope, compassion, and unwavering support. Their journey through trials had transformed them, and as they looked forward, they knew that together they would continue to grow, thrive, and celebrate the beauty of life. Chapter 3: The Legacy of Love. As the years flowed like a gentle river, the landscape of Clara and Miguel's lives blossomed in the warmth of family. Sofia, Lucas, and Mia grew into remarkable individuals, each embodying the values and lessons their parents had instilled in them. The house that once echoed with the laughter of children now resonated with the vibrant energy of grandchildren, filling the air with the joyful noise of youth. Sofia, the eldest, became a teacher, igniting a passion for learning in her students. She believed that education was a powerful tool that could change lives. With every lesson, she brought the same warmth and kindness that Clara had shown her, creating a classroom environment where curiosity thrived. Sofia often recalled the stories her parents shared around the dinner table, and she wove those tales into her lessons, teaching her students not just about history or math, but about compassion, resilience, and the beauty of community. Parents often approached her, grateful for the way she inspired their children, sparking in them a love for knowledge and an understanding of the importance of giving back. Lucas found joy in cooking, spending countless hours in the kitchen experimenting with flavors. Inspired by the family gatherings filled with laughter and shared meals, he often prepared dishes for the elderly in the village. Every Saturday, he would organize a community lunch at the local hall, inviting everyone to enjoy a homemade feast. With each dish he served, he poured love into the food, believing that meals made with care could heal and bring people together. His passion for cooking transformed into a commitment to fostering connections within the community, and soon, the lunches became a cherished tradition, a gathering of friends old and new. Mia, the youngest, pursued her dream of becoming an artist. With a heart full of creativity, she painted vibrant murals that celebrated the spirit of their community. Each brushstroke told a story, capturing the essence of the village, the laughter of children playing in the park, the warm embrace of friends reuniting, the quiet strength of the elderly sharing their wisdom. Her artwork adorned the walls of the local library and community center, turning ordinary spaces into vibrant galleries. MIA often hosted art workshops for children, encouraging them to express themselves through colors and shapes, fostering a sense of creativity that she believed was essential for happiness. One summer evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue across the sky, Clara and Miguel gathered their children and grandchildren in their cozy living room. The familiar scent of freshly baked cookies filled the air, wrapping around them like a warm blanket. They sat together, a tapestry of generations, their hearts intertwined in love. Clara looked around the room, her heart swelling with pride and gratitude for the beautiful family they had created together. As they shared stories of their journey, the struggles and triumphs that shaped their family, the room filled with laughter. Sofia recounted her first day as a teacher, the nervousness that had bubbled within her, and how she had channeled her parents' encouragement into that pivotal moment. Lucas shared a humorous tale from the community lunch, where one of the elderly villagers had accidentally swapped salt for sugar, resulting in quite a hilarious dessert disaster. MIA, with her animated storytelling, described how a mural of a rainbow she painted had sparked joy in the hearts of the children, prompting spontaneous dance parties in front of it. Clara felt a sense of peace wash over her as she listened to their laughter, each moment a reminder of the love that had carried them through the years. Miguel, sitting beside her, looked at Clara, his heart swelling with gratitude. "We did it together, my love," he whispered, his eyes glistening with unshed tears. Clara nodded, tears of joy brimming in her eyes, knowing that their journey was not just about them but about the legacy they had built. As they embraced, they understood that their greatest achievement was not in material wealth, but in the bonds they forged and the love they nurtured. The tapestry of their lives was woven with vibrant threads of joy, resilience, and unwavering support, a beautiful reminder that family was a treasure far more valuable than gold. In their village, Clara and Miguel became legends, not for their grand achievements but for embodying the essence of love, family, and community. Their story served as a beacon of hope, reminding everyone that no matter the struggles, love binds us together, creating a tapestry of life filled with beauty and hope. The villagers often spoke of them with reverence, sharing tales of how Clara's kindness and Miguel's strength had inspired them to face their own challenges. One day, as they walked hand in hand through the village, Clara and Miguel stopped by the park where the children played. The laughter of the young ones echoed around them, a sound that filled their hearts with nostalgia. Miguel looked at Clara, a thoughtful expression on his face. "Do you remember the first time we brought our children here?" he asked, a smile tugging at his lips. Clara laughed softly, recalling how they had run after their kids, trying to keep up with their boundless energy. Those days felt so long yet so fleeting, Clara mused. But they were filled with so much joy. Miguel nodded, knowing that time was a precious gift. They had learned to cherish every moment, and in doing so, they had fostered a family bond that would last a lifetime. As they strolled further, they stumbled upon a gathering of villagers who had come together for a celebration. There were music and dancing, laughter filling the air like a sweet melody. Clara and Miguel joined in, their hearts light, their spirits soaring as they danced together. They were surrounded by the very people they had supported and uplifted over the years, neighbors who had become friends, friends who had become family. Later that evening, Clara and Miguel gathered with their family once more, this time under a sky filled with twinkling stars. They shared dreams and aspirations, not just for themselves, but for the future generations to come. "Let's ensure that our family's legacy continues," Miguel proposed, his voice steady and filled with purpose. "Let's teach our children the values we hold dear: love, kindness, and community." As Clara listened to Miguel's words, her heart swelled with hope. "Yes, let's instill in them the importance of connection," she added. "They can carry forward the love we've shared, and inspire others just as we have been inspired." And so, under the vast canopy of stars, they made a pact, a promise to keep the legacy of love alive, nurturing the values that had shaped their family. With each passing day, they committed to sharing stories, laughter, and lessons of resilience, ensuring that the tapestry of their lives would continue to grow richer and more vibrant. As the sun set on their lives, Clara and Miguel knew that the love they shared would continue to inspire generations to come. Their hearts were full and their souls intertwined, knowing that the most profound connections are those woven through the fabric of family and community. Years later, long after Clara and Miguel had passed on, the village still echoed with their love. Sofia, Lucas, and Mia carried forth their parents' teachings, becoming pillars of strength and compassion in their community. They shared their parents' stories with their own children, each narrative echoing with laughter and love, each lesson a gentle reminder of the importance of kindness and unity. The village flourished, a testament to Clara and Miguel's enduring legacy. Festivals celebrated the love that had been passed down through generations, and the warmth of community enveloped everyone like a cherished embrace. The murals painted by Mia stood as a vibrant reminder of their shared spirit, while Lucas's cooking continued to bring people together, creating bonds that transcended time. In the hearts of the villagers, Clara and Miguel lived on, symbols of hope, love, and the indomitable spirit of family. And with each story told, each meal shared, and each artwork unveiled, their legacy continued to shine brightly, inspiring all who came after them to cultivate love and connection in their lives.